peace, 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 peace. It's your brother New Breed coming back with another live stream. Mash the thumbs up as you enter the chat. One of those impromptu discussions, off the cuff, you hear me? I was sitting here meditating on the word, and I got a message for y'all, and I know this is for somebody. I don't know who it's for, but it's for somebody. I see y'all rolling in the chat pretty quick. I see Brittany Dunn in the house. Yes, indeed. Gerald Kelly's in here. Simply Amera is in the house. God deserves. Shy blood before dishonor. Brittany Austin. Drew 44. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? I'm glad y'all catching another stream. Y'all go ahead and run them thumbs up. Run them up. Run them up. Run them up. Make sure everybody get the notification. I want to talk about how sacred your energy is. Like, I want people to really grasp this concept. And I want to make sure no stone is left unturned with this particular stream, because this is so very important, especially in these last days where energy vampires are everywhere and they here to drain you. We're talking about the 2/3 and the reprobated. We're talking about the sheeple and the brainwashed. They feed off the energy of the righteous and God's chosen. And understanding how sacred your energy is paramount in this day and age. I mean, it's absolutely paramount, and I'm convinced, without a shout of a doubt, brothers and sisters, just like the Most High God sets up angels in your life and sets up positive people as well in your life who are there to help you elevate and grow and level up, there's also people that are set up to test you. There are certain people set up to be a hindrance. There's certain people set up to make you backtrack. And I want to talk about this because the only way they can get in and run amok and cause any destruction and chaos in your life whatsoever, the only way they can get in is if you let them in. That's it. The Bible tells us, hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. The only way they can run amok, cause any type of disruption in your life, is if you let them in. And it's like, they're getting more aggressive. They're getting more aggressive by the day, the same way you see the news media getting aggressive with their impositions. You see a lot of people in your everyday life using the same tactics that you see on the news. I don't know how many people see this, but I can see it. There's a lot of people utilizing the same tactics that they use on the news, and it's almost like they're just overly outright forthcoming about their beliefs, about who they are, and they try their best to make you feed off of their pains. And I see that a lot. And I want to say this. I'm right here near a I want y'all to look at where I'm at. So you're gonna see the skateboarders. Yeah. Often this place is packed. A lot of the youngins come over here and they get it popping. I come over here every now and then to talk to them and holler at them, holler at the people out here. I'm trying to actually learn about this culture, man, this skateboarding stuff, because it's a lot of melanated people getting into that pro skating. I'm talking about on some real Tony Hawk stuff. And, you know, it keeps a lot of the youth out of trouble. But anyway, I don't want to digress. Anyway, brothers and sisters, like, you got to keep in mind that without the chosen, without the righteous, without you, a lot of these parasites, they die off. A lot of parasites that feed off your energy die off, and you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. A lot of people want to get you to feed in the negative energy and their negative undertones and their frequency. You got to pass up on that. You got to learn how to hang phones up. You got to learn how to cut off all distractions. You got to. Somebody said it's to avoid trouble and distractions in the streets. Facts, though. That's real talk. Hey, hello. How y'all doing?
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
We're good?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's a selfie stick. Are we in the picture?
Oh, no, I'm actually
Do you want
recording
my
this
best
way.
side?
Oh, no, I'm recording this way. It's it.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank
Y'all have a good one. And I'm going to tell y'all, man, often people will test you. And, man, I've been tested numerous times within the last week or so, last couple weeks. And I'm going to say this. When it comes to guarding your energy, I learned the very importance of it. I learned the very importance of it this week. Somebody said they paranoid. Nah, she was just joking, bro. Somebody said, been there, done that. Skateboarding is very stimulating. Nice. Yeah, absolutely. Keeps them out of trouble. And unfortunately, it's not too many basketball courts around anymore. It's not too many places that they could go that just, you know, be youth, be youthful. And often we always going hard on the youth about them hanging out on street corners, neighborhoods, in front of homes and residential areas. But listen, there's nowhere else for them to hang. You understand? Like, we're not living in a time in which, you know, there were boys and girls clubs like that, or, you know, you had community centers where they can go. Like, it ain't like that no more. So we can't really be too tough on them if we ain't gonna point out places that they can go and certain gifts that they can expound on and get involved in. So I often walk by here, and a lot of the people skateboarding, they come by and they speak to me. They know who I am and whatnot. And, you know, we have these discussions. Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, you got to guard your energy. You got to learn how to tap into those impulses that the Most High God gave you. You got to learn how to tap into those impulses the Father gave us. Listen, when you are speaking to certain people, let's make this clear. You have to pay attention to the energy that's projected, the energy that you're getting from them. And I'm going to tell you like this. Some people, they are legit exuberating with negative energy. I'm talking about it's coming off of them. I mean, they reeking of it. You hear me? And when you're in those situations, you got to know it. Some people are literally reeking of negative energy, bro. And they just really want you to be miserable with them. Misery loves company. And I'm going to tell you, the older you get, the wiser you get. Because age don't have nothing to do with it. It's about how wise you get. The wiser you get, I'm telling you, the more your mentality changes when it comes to dealing with people. Listen, anytime you're around somebody and they build up any level of anxiety in you, anytime you're dealing with anybody that tries to manipulate in any form or fashion, you really just can't stand for it. I mean, like, the wiser you get, it irritates you, it frustrates you to the point where, like, don't you understand that I'm one of the Most High's chosen? Even when you playing games and manipulating and trying to get me to feed into your negativity, don't you understand? It just gets frustrating as God's chosen. It's like, don't you know that I know the game you playing? Like, you cannot pull the wool over my eyes. I'm awoke. The Most High God has elevated my vision. I see far beyond what you say out of your mouth and what you are attempting to do. And I don't think people be understanding that. And it gets you to the point where it's like, yo, I can see right through you. And it gets to the point it's tiring. It causes frustration. And listen, you got to guard that energy. You can't feed into that. Those one of those things that you got to cut off at the root. Yep, somebody said, as soon as I come in, we liking the video. Absolutely. Yep, that's a gift. That's definitely a gift to be able to see when somebody's running game or somebody's playing or somebody's actually trying to get you to feed into something negative. It's like, don't you know I've seen it all? No, and I mean, we haven't seen it all, but don't you know that the Most High God, he gives us three-dimensional vision where we know what's going on, and it's draining to us because our intentions tend to be pure. And I'm talking about you can literally be on the phone with somebody, and by the time you get off that phone with them, you can tell what kind of spirit they operated in because you become more sensitive to the spiritual realm. You legit begin to understand when people are operating on the wrong side. Somebody said they are unhealed and toxic, rooted in demons. That's a fact. I see Rollo in the building. Salute, family. Glad you catching another stream. Keisha says, OMG, so true. Right. That's real talk. But you can't ignore that because what will happen is these demons, they're set up to stop you from reaching your potential, your full potential. Anytime you feed into it, anytime you argue back with them, anytime they try their best to entice you into a negative conversation, and you actually feed into it, you're really just lowering yourself. You're putting yourself on a level that they're on. And that same spirit that's operating in them, for whatever reason they're miserable, for whatever reason they going through what they going through, now that spirit is latched on to you. Now it's latched on to you, man. That's just no good. Somebody said, I keep running into women with a witchcraft spirit. I want a woman who is not into crystals, sage, and astrology. Wow, yeah, that spirit is running rampant. That spirit is definitely running rampant in this day and age. And I'm telling you, a lot of those individuals, they have that energy where you can feel it. So you've already came into proximity of a few sisters that's like that. So you should already know the telltale signs of a woman who's dealing with that. And that's why I'm talking about tapping in, man. Because if that's all you've been attracting and you've been dealing with, you should be able to spot a woman like that out with no problem. You should be able to spot her out like, yo, she's into witchcraft. She's into, magic, and you should be able to spot it out because it's a spirit that they carry. So now you got to be elevated. You know that that's what you've been dealing with. So now you should be able to weed those women out. And I'm going to tell you, man, all you God's chosen, all you righteous brothers and sisters, man, listen, you got one life to live. You got one life to live, and you really don't owe nobody a damn thing. You really don't owe nobody anything. And when it comes to the relationships in this modern time, when it comes to relationships, let me make this clear. Sometimes relationships don't work. Sometimes things go left. Sometimes people just need their distance. Sometimes people just need their space. Sometimes things are not going in the right direction and the energy don't match. I'm gonna honestly say this, brothers and sisters, you gotta be willing to deal with a moment of discomfort, not getting into long-term relationships with people where the energy don't match. You're better off dealing with the discomfort of separation than a lifetime of pain with somebody that you feel obligated to, and the energy is not matching. The vision is not matching. Nothing is really adding up. You got to be willing to really set yourself free, because at the end of the day, you have a goal at hand. You are on a mission in life. You are determined and destined to accomplish certain goals in life. You don't want to spend your life giving your energy to an individual that ain't right. Like that just doesn't make sense in any sense of the words, man. You don't want to do that to yourself. Yeah, somebody said, thank you, Ak. I'm going through that right now. Real talk. I know this message is for somebody. Because in this day and age, we get into a place of being stagnant. We get into a place of comfortability. And listen, I said this at the beginning of 2022. Being in a place of comfort is dangerous in this time. You want to be in a place of being uncomfortable. Because only in a place of being uncomfortable where adaptation will take place and change will take place in your life, and you will be able to manifest something different. You can't do that being comfortable. Max, thank you for the $3 contribution. Says, thanks for the content. Absolutely. And I want y'all to get the thumbs up. Everybody get the thumbs up if you gain an edification in this broadcast. Somebody said, I'm dealing with a toxic family, bro, and it's horrible. Yeah. Someone said, only person we owe our attention to is the Lord. All praises to the Most High God. Let the Holy Spirit guide you. Absolutely. And that's true, man. The only person we owe anything is the Most High. And in this day and age, when you're giving your energy, and I want to speak to you fellas for a second, right? I want you fellas to hear me carefully. You got to be careful with your seeds. You got to be careful with what you do out here and who you do it with, how you move. Like these things are very important because your energy can be stripped from you. And men, you carry the seed. Women just nurture the seed. If you plant the seed in the wrong place, you could cause a lifetime of pain for yourselves. I mean, you could deal with a woman that wants to use children against you. You could deal with just utter pain and anguish and discord in your life. And that just goes to show how important your energy is. Like you brothers got to understand, society has done a lot of damage to men, and we need a place of healing. All men need a place of healing. I recommend every brother, before they involve themselves with a family structure and a family environment, especially you young brothers out here, I recommend that you have your own for a certain time period. And I mean, like, you live by yourself for a little while, you learn everything, and you learn how to maintain as a man by yourself. I mean, you learn how to pay all your bills, you learn how to cook as a man, you learn everything that you are supposed to, that a woman will help you do, but you learn it on yourself to begin with. Therefore, you can hold your own with or without a sister out here. And I'm saying this because right now in this day and age, a lot of sisters are after your energy. I mean, there's a lot of soul draining women out here that don't really care about your situation and you moving forward. They care about themselves. And it's a lot of selfish women out here. And you brothers got to know, your energy is sacred. You got to learn things on your own before you can put yourself in a position to be a family man. And sometimes people in general, they jump from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. And they never actually get that time, that moment to themselves to really center. And it's tiring for a lot of people. And I'm talking about males or females. They going from this person to that person to this person to that person. No, you need your energy. Your energy is sacred. You need that time period of isolation. You need that time for yourself to really reflect. You need that Damascus road. You need that time of loneliness. And listen, a person who's down with you, even if you have people that you with and dealing with, listen, anybody that's down with you gonna understand that this person needs that time. And they're not gonna be selfish with your time. They're not gonna be selfish with your energy, understanding that, hey, you're trying to elevate. You're trying to reach the next level. That person is going to be patient with you. They're going to be understanding, and they're gonna get it. And it's not going to be nothing forced. I'm a very energy-based person. Anybody that tell you energy ain't real is a damn liar. That's just like telling you that we're just flesh and bones and we have no energy. We have no source. I'm very energy-based. If a person's energy is not matching, you have to sometimes time will either A, divide that energy, or it will bring it back together. It's just about time frames. Marcus Billups, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says, my brother New Breed, thanks for your wisdom, King. Absolutely. Thank you for the support, my brother. Somebody says, New Breed, I feel like I've been manipulated by these women. They always wanted the most attention from me. The awareness you have given me about the spiritual world has changed my life. I appreciate you for real. Thank you, brother. And it's nothing wrong with a woman wanting your attention, but I'm speaking in regards to the negative woman, the woman that causes anxiety of any sort, the woman that tries to get you to argue with her, a woman that really stripping you of your energy. Like, you know, a lot of brothers don't even know they're being stripped. A lot of sisters don't know that they're dealing with somebody that's stripping them of energy. Sometimes it takes you actually being alone for a time period to find out if you're happy or not. Sometimes it takes you being alone for a certain amount of time to actually understand where you stood with that person and how you feel. So a lot of things is energy based, man. And you got to protect your energy. Don't give it up for nobody. Because that light that you have, that's the same light that's going to help you to navigate when everything is said and done. Yeah, somebody said it's like sucking the life out of you. Exactly. And that same light that's shining that they want to dim, when you pass on to the next realm, that's the light you're going to be using to navigate to make it to the Most High. There's some people in the world that let other people dim their entire light. And then they end up bitter, distraught, stressed out, depressed, in their golden years because they allowed people and their opinions and they allowed other people's problems to dictate how they moved in life, and it just left them full of regret. Katisha Anderson, thank you for the $10 contribution. I appreciate it. And ladies and gentlemen, we got to get them thumbs up. We got to get them up. Somebody said, why do men get upset when a woman decides to get a job? Is the woman supposed to quit her job in the case? Or, I don't know, that sounds like an isolated event that took place, sis. You got old-fashioned men who want to be the breadwinner. So, I mean, that's just an isolated event. That's a generalization. Somebody said we have to learn to be alone so the Most High can help us heal. Absolutely. And a lot of us, man, we got a lot of pains and we got a lot of traumatic life experiences that we dealt with, and we haven't even took a time to deal with it up front, head on, meaning being alone, dealing with the issues and having to sort them out. And one thing about it, you brothers got to learn to communicate. Communicate. You know, if you're going through something, don't take it out on people. Sisters as well, don't take it out on people. Communicate that, listen, I need some time alone. I need to be healing from certain issues and situations. I need this time for myself. It's okay. Anybody that'll make you feel like you're selfish because you want time to yourself, that person is not for you. That person is not where it's at. You don't even want to deal with that. A person who makes you feel like you're a problem because you're going through something and you want to be alone, you don't need that. Because if you communicated that to anybody you dealing with, like, listen, I'm going through a lot. It is what it is. I'm trying to do this, A, B, and C, and they have an issue with that, that person is not somebody that you want to deal with. You want somebody who's understanding. You understand? Yep, it's like somebody said, it's like time to stop you living the presence with the Most High. Exactly. It's like they're trying to cut off you connecting with the Most High. Because listen, for those who don't know, when you alone and you need that time, that's your time where the Most High speaks to you the most. He speaks to you the most, man. The Most High deal with you when you are alone. So you got individuals out here who get real possessive. And you got to look out for them type of people. Them type of people, they ain't no good, bro. People who get possessive over you. Nah, one thing about it, you brothers, you stay away from obsessive and possessive people. Possessive women. You sisters, stay away from obsessive and possessive people. Because that's not love. That's not love. That's not somebody who cares about you. Yeah. Real talk. That's not somebody who you want to deal with. That's dangerous grounds. Yep, you get alone time for downloads. That's when the Most High is talking to you. The Most High dealing with you when you're alone. If a person's stopping you from doing that, you don't want them in your life. That person is a damn flight risk. Somebody said, I came in here alone and I'll leave here alone. This is an alchemic school of self-development. Facts, though. Real talk. And, you know, here's the thing. Your energy will take you a long way if you transmute it properly. And there are no successful people. Let me make this clear. This is how important this is. There are no successful people who are too empathetic. It's an impossibility. It's an impossibility to be overly empathetic and be successful at anything you do in life. It's impossible. Why? Because your energy is fragmented. It's fragmented. You're feeding into people's problems. And this is why I live by a golden rule here. This is why I live by a golden rule. And this rule is this. If you give someone advice, right? And they're in a situation that is tumultuous. They're going through problems. They're experiencing difficulties in life. And you give them a solution, sound wisdom, and advice. And this person is constantly ignoring the advice. They're still harping on the negative. And you continue to go at that person and try to help that person. You're only hindering yourself. You're enabling them from learning what the Most High God got to show them. And you're hindering yourself. You're wasting your time. The Bible calls that casting your pearls before swine. That's what you're doing. You're casting your pearls before swine. You're wasting your time. Yep. Rollo says, I learned to say it one time from here on out. Real talk. That is real talk. Somebody said, what does semen retention do? I guess I could touch on that topic as well. Because that's part of your energy as well. I know that in this society, and I got to word this properly because they like to deem these type of topics sexually suggestive for whatever reason. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me put it this way. Sex in general is for procreation. For those who don't know what nofap is, it means no masturbation. It means taking an oath of celibacy for a time period. It means taking an oath of abstinence and really just like internalizing your energy. You know, in the male body in particular, your seed has the power to create life till its fullest potential. I mean, your seed can make an astronaut, a doctor, a boxer, an athlete, whatever. Your seed is important. So when you harvest that energy, instead of just like constantly having sex or constantly masturbating, watching porn, things of that nature, what happens is you have more energy. You have more energy to do your work. You have more focus. You become a little bit more articulate. There's so many benefits. I mean, the benefits can go on and on. You learn, your mind becomes like a sponge. I mean, you become more creative. You just have more energy all together, and you're the same person every day. You're the same person every day because you internalized all that energy. Whereas though, if you're constantly having sex, you have more anxiety. If you're constantly masturbating, you'll have more anxiety. You'll be somewhat of a loose cannon, and it just has severe problems it can cause. You can get erectile dysfunction. You can have a very unhealthy sex life. It can cause separation and division between you and your loved one. It can run amok. I mean, there are serial killers that said that porn pretty much corrupted them. And it makes you look at women objectively. So that's what it's all about, like keeping your energy. Because I see a lot of people bringing up, what about semen retention? It's important. Even in the Bible, if you're married, it tells you to take a time period where you and your wife or wives or whatever, y'all make an agreement that, hey, we're gonna take a break for fasting, prayer, and supplication, getting closer to the Most High, and we're gonna take a break. Let it be known, sex is to make children, so you don't want to abuse it. It's also to pair bond and create a connection with your significant other, but the ultimate reason is to procreate. So you don't want to just be out here trying to live like a damn porn star, going from this house to that. You just out here just getting it popping. That'll take your energy to stop your drive. This is the reason why middle-aged men, they begin to accelerate in their careers. This is why they're able to make it to a different level. This is why they're able to take trips, because they get to an age where they like, they're not really worried about sex like that. They're not really worried about, hitting cheeks all day. They really get focused on their goals. And you could do that at a young age, really get focused on your goals and put things into its proper place and do what you got to do. So keeping your energy sacred is important. And a lot of brothers and sisters who do this for a time period, they feel really clean. Like, you feel really clean. Like, the feeling is indescribable when you're on a no-fat lifestyle change for a certain amount of time. The feeling is like indescribable. It almost feels like you feel pure. You don't feel dirty at all. You feel like a clean person. Your head is up. The dark clouds kind of go away. A lot of the mental fog that you have kind of goes away, and you're just more energetic. You just change. I mean, yeah, like your posture changes. If you got like certain joint pains in your body, back pains, and all of those things, everything changes when you actually keep your energy to yourself. And it's important. Yeah, it saves testosterone. You're able to actually do other things. And like, it is what it is. Like, and some people's sex drive may be higher. These are the discussions you really gotta have with the woman you're dealing with. Like, some brothers want to wait weeks in between. Some sisters want it every day. Like, these are conversations that gotta be had. We gotta be adults and have these type of conversations before you get with somebody. Before you get with somebody, those discussions gotta be had. Like, how often do you want to do this? Like, how is your sex drive? Those are questions that gotta be asked when you're dealing with people, because you may be an individual who can't handle that, and that could be real bad for your energy. So energy is very important, bro. It's very, very important. Somebody said, once you've done semen retention, and we almost at 1,000. Wow, let's get 1,000 likes in here. Why not? Why not? We building. And I'm gonna stream later on this evening, man. This stream is gonna be crazy, man. I don't know if it's gonna be able to stay on YouTube. Y'all know my Bob Saget video that a lot of y'all was looking for, the truth about Bob Saget. You can find that exclusively on Patreon if y'all looking for it. Somebody said, once you did semen retention for an extended period, you will never go back. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, let's get that 1,000 likes up, man. Why not? Somebody said, how would you bring up semen retention to a man who doesn't really think about sex this deep? I'm guessing that's a woman asking that. Well, you gotta be. I'm guessing that's a woman saying that. So you just gotta tell your husband you need a break time from time. I mean, you just gotta tell him. You gotta communicate. And you got to go to the scriptures. Let them know that, your energy needs to be reserved. And I mean, my question to you, if his sex drive is really high, would you be willing to get that man another wife? That would be the question. What's up? Only way up. Thank you for the $10 contribution. I appreciate it. Somebody said, New Breed, shalom, brother. You always dropping knowledge, King. Salute. Thank you. Bryant Bud, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says, God bless you, New Breed. Thank you for this message. Getting the spiritual voltage while at work. All praises. Glad you getting this word, bro. Somebody said, I want to be sure I proceed correctly with the woman and my alignments are on point. Having time far to myself and semen retention, I've seen the true spirit operating in people. That's what's up. Be patient. Don't feel rushed into anything. And make sure that you just communicating with people that you may be talking to. Like, listen, it's okay to tell these sisters, look, I'm not in a rush to hop in no bed with you. I'm not in a rush. I want to get to know you. It is what it is. You know, I'm focused as a man doing several things. My hands are full. So that's like not really on my mind like that. You could tell sisters that. Yeah. You could communicate with them. Now, if somebody is just like overbearing, then you know that's a red flag. You know that's a red flag. We got a lot to focus on as men in particular. We got a lot of work that needs to be done. But protect your energy at all costs. Somebody said, how can we find a man who wants multiple wives? I want a sister wife to vibe to. It's just about bringing it up to these men, man. You got to bring it up, sister. You got to bring it up to these men. Because a lot of guys feel like it's easier to lie to a woman, and they really do want multiple wives. So, like, I actually shared a video where a woman convinced her husband. She was married to her husband for several years and actually had to convince him. So it's actually about being tactful, approaching them the right way. If that's something you're interested in, you know, a lot of modern men these days not gonna tell the truth. But that's another topic for another day. I know I'm over here answering questions and everything, but the overall message, brothers and sisters, is to protect your energy. Protect it at all costs. If this particular live stream helped you out in your walk and your journey, make sure you share it. I know I'm keeping the videos a little bit shorter, and that's for a reason. Yeah, it is what it is. Somebody said, rest in peace, Isaac Cappy. Yeah, that's what's up. But I thank each and every one of y'all, man. We'll talk about poly in another video, because people want to know about multiple wives. That's not what we're talking about. It's about protecting your energy. Protect your energy, brothers and sisters. Protect your energy at all costs. And listen, keep on pushing, keep on moving. Know yourself. Know when you got to fall back and do what you got to do. I love each and every one of y'all. More content coming. Make sure you share. With that being said, shalom and peace.